Well, let's go for another Ice Age. With the standard gene, of course. 10 HP helping me deal with the cold damage at the start while I get some up. And again, the philosophy I go by here is that I have 3 things to solve. 1, I have to solve the environment. The cold damage is going to kill me over time. 2, I need to deal with the Bewares that are going to be attacking me. And 3, I need to keep my levels up. I'm actually going to skip Antlers because I did an Antlers run already. We're going to try something else. The game's giving me a purple body slam, and I'm going to go for it. Just to have, you know, we're gonna do these runs with different tools just to show that you can use different tools to succeed here. Regeneration tissue is too valuable to pass up because I have to deal with the cold environment. And regen is going to be the most effective way to deal with that. So 2, how do I deal with Bewares? I have a good attack now. I'm okay to fight them, or confident enough to fight them. Spur. In the last video, I talked about how Spur is actually really good, and I'm tempted to take it now, but dealing with the cold, I'm gonna just do this just to follow my philosophy here, that you need to deal with the cold. The sooner I solve that, the sooner I can focus on the other 2 things. Now the cold is gonna deal 3 damage to you every time it happens. So I want to say every 10 seconds, it probably does 9 or so to you every 10 seconds during the day. At night, it's going to be more than that because it will happen, the damage will happen more often. So we're up to 6 regen now. That's pretty comfortable for the daytime. So I'm not going to take any more regen now. I have to for a bit, so I can focus on my other problems. I mean, more isn't bad or anything. Like, obviously, more is going to make you safer, but you know, I do have to deal with other issues as well. I'm going to take HP here because I'm close to half health, but also because my main attack scales off of HP. So we're going to go from 37 to 49 as soon as I click this. That was a good amount of healing. That was worth about 1.5 health food. I'm going to be mindful of easy targets like rabbits if they come too close, because they're worth a lot of food if I can conveniently take them out. And we're lucky with a mass upgrade. Scaling my damage and my defense at the same time. It's very good. These are both good choices, but I'm just going to go with plating because I'm taking early fights a lot. So I'm just going to go with plating to help make those fights more favorable. And now we're approaching nighttime. So the cold damage is going to start to become a little bit more of a problem again because it's going to happen more frequently. Of course, I'm taking fights when I get them because I have the confidence to take them now. And fights are, the food from fights are among the best XP you can get. And we're gonna max out more mass just because it's damage and health. It would have been nice to wait until I had 10 genetics to upgrade that to purple, but yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna take it because it's good and I have it. There are other good upgrades I can spend my genetics on later. Now, of course, trying to keep up the pace of leveling up, I'm hunting for more things. I'm not desperate for a level up, so I'm considering taking damage here to help end the boss fights faster. The longer a boss fight goes on, the more environmental damage you're going to take over time. And when you're stuck in the boss arena, you don't have food, which means you can't heal and you can't level up. So we passed on Spur before, but I'm going to take it this time. For more damage to end boss fights quicker. So our first boss fight is the kangaroo. So I don't need to be too cognizant of what my environment is. Okay, I don't want to let him eat that high value fruit. We fought him off of it. I'd like to keep that one for myself. And we're going to upgrade the attack for more damage. So defensively, I'm very comfortable going into this boss fight. Of course, I'm going to drag the fight closer to health food, if possible, just so I have that option to heal up during the fight. And of course I went too far, so it's no longer in the area. That's on me. That's my fault. I did not have to take that hit. That was on me. I keep making the mistake where before going to grab the fruit, you should take a look at what the next boss is. I'm gonna upgrade the regen tissue. Okay, lucky. So the next fight's the elephant. I don't have to take the wings. So I'm gonna take legs. Speed is very, very good. Unfortunately, we didn't get tentacles, or not tentacles, we didn't get Slither this time, and Slither's probably the best one for Ice Mage. Unfortunately, I spent my genetics on the regen. Instead, I could have spent 10 to reroll for Slither. That's okay. We'll make it work. I'm gonna take the additional damage. Defensively, I'm still pretty comfortable, so I just want damage to kill threats and hunt. Again, these Bewares, he thought about it, but then he turned away. And it's because I have high imposing. These lower level enemies are not going to be so eager to attack me anymore. Going into day 2, I want to continue to grow my levels at a good pace. I want to increase my damage to end fights and to kill higher level enemies. And I'm not worried about the cold. I've basically solved it with my regen. I've brute forced regen. But whatever the regen doesn't help with, I can use health food. Every time I level up, my plating gets restored. It's just extra health, essentially. Cats will always run away when they have low health. We're gonna try and hunt this rabbit. Hopefully we'll get him. Aw, we didn't. That's too bad. Body Slam's good, but it has a long cooldown. Spine apples. They're low level. Those green ones are a low level enemy, but spine apples tend to drop a lot of food. I consider them high-value hunting targets. That elite cat can kill me very quickly. He does a scary amount of damage. I'm gonna upgrade my damage here. Defensively, I'm pretty comfortable with the environment. The cold's not a threat anymore, but I feel like enemies can still kill me very quickly. So I'm gonna upgrade my defenses as much as possible, whenever possible, right now. Of course, scaling my defenses, especially my health, does scale my damage as well. I'm going to upgrade this to gold while I have the chance. This is very, very high value. With the Body Slam plus the Spur, I'm now able to one-hit most enemies, which is just good for comfort. Enemies can't hurt you if they're dead. And lucky, we have 2 points of interest. I'm gonna take damage here, and I'm gonna take mutagen points. I like to have 10 in the back pocket for a good upgrade, whenever possible, if possible. I value it more than random stat, though random stat is very fun and can give you some good stuff. I think it's a little too fun for Ice Age. I'm going to prioritize my damage here, because I'm comfortable. I would like the damage. We're about to go into the elephant boss fight. I'm going to keep a tree nearby, just because I'm a big body and this full attack is going to hurt And I made the mistake of not checking if this is a water fight, but I'm just gonna take wings anyway. And it is the water fight. Those are some nice bat wings. Those look really good. Just take legs. So as we go into day 3, the only things I'm really concerned with here are not dying, of course, so don't, not dying to like an elite cat or something, but I also just need to keep up my levels, keep up a decent pace, and continue to get stronger. I'm very comfortable defensively and offensively at the moment, so I mean, I don't have any immediate concerns. I like feeding speed. Feeding speed is good now to continue to eat like the valuable food that drops. I'm comfortable enough. Like, if I didn't level up at all anywhere right now, I could kill this boss. But that's just me. Maybe you won't be as comfortable. In which case, I'm just gonna continue to prioritize high value food. I'm gonna skip the greens. I'll stick by what I said, and I'll just get feeding speed to keep up the pace at which I consume the valuables. And that's what I mean when I say things can go bad very quickly. I was being way too comfortable, and I let him fight me way more than I had any right to. So, time to lock in and not allow myself to move back into places. And we have 10 mutagen in the pocket, so I can upgrade a valuable evolution on next level up. Prioritizing higher rarity foods, mostly ignoring anything green. So. I'm bound to take damage during the boss fight, so I am going to take revenge. This is such a good skill. As a big body, I'm bound to take damage from the boss, so it's just tons of free damage. Keeping up the hunting, keeping up the high value food hunt. Checking out points of interest, because there's not a whole lot else going on in the area. Taking a lot of damage for cats. Again, things can turn around very quickly if you're not careful. It's comfortable. I'd like to hit that level up to get my armor back before the boss fight. Fortunately, we do. So we're in the water fight, so what's fun to note here is that you can see the ice particles on the screen. They tell me that I'm taking damage from the environment. As soon as this boss fight starts and I get thrown in the water, I am no longer considered in the Arctic, and this environment damage will go away. Notice the particles start to disappear. I am no longer taking damage. Of course, if I step back onto the little islands,